Hey, what up guys? I'm Trevor. This is a review of the new Star Wars movie. Usually I wouldn't go on an opening day to see a movie, but I'll break it down like this. I took a date here to see a movie, and Star Wars was the only really good movie that was playing, and she never seen Star Wars in her life, and I've seen all the Star Wars movies, and I'm not a hardcore fan by any means. She basically got out of the movie that was a high action sci-fi style movie, and she's like, yeah, it was a really good movie. It was better than she expected it to be. For me, it was better than I expected it to be because it wasn't made just by George Lucas. But I'm going to break it down why you should see the movie. And so I'll say this new Star Wars movie is kind of like the new Star Trek movie. It's not meant for like hardcore fans. It's just meant for people who want to go watch a good movie. There's a lot of high action in this movie. And like I said, the people that I went with, she was like, I'm not a Star Wars fan, but I'll check it out because you want to see it. And this movie is so packed that we had to get the front row seat. So we're literally like this the whole movie, sitting up in the front row, which I've never personally wanted to sit in the front row of a theater because you're really close to the movie and you're always constantly like this. And the seats that we were sitting in don't recline, so you're sitting in a movie theater that doesn't have reclined seats, which is a downfall because it's not comfortable sitting like that. But overall, I would definitely recommend the movie. I'm not going to give you any spoilers if you guys haven't watched it yet. I definitely would say it's a great movie, a family movie. It's not like if you're a hardcore fan, you're still going to enjoy it. But if you're just a regular person wanting to go watch a movie, I would definitely go recommend it. But I'll say this at the end of the day, I wasn't planning on going to see the Star Wars movie. I was just planning on going out on a date and hanging out with somebody that was cool. And the only movie that looked good that was at the theater was Star Wars. So we're both like, hey, let's go watch Star Wars and let's see what it's all about. And she said she's actually going to want to watch the next Star Wars that comes out because you can definitely tell there's another one coming very soon. And she's like, I'm going to have to go check out the original. I'm like, this one reminds me nothing of the originals. Nothing. I think it was made by I know it's owned by Disney now, and it's really a good movie, a lot of high action. We watched it in regular 2D, not 3D, because the 3D was too expensive, actually really expensive, and they were all sold out. But at the end of the day, I definitely recommend you guys checking it out. Even if you're not a Star Wars fan, you will definitely love it. You don't have to know the Star Wars trilogy story to get behind this movie and say, yeah, it was a good movie. Like me, I know a little bit about Star Wars. I watched all the movies, but I'm not like a hardcore obsessed fan. But I definitely will say the movie was great. I would give it a 4 out of 5 stars. The acting in the movie was great. You had some of the original characters that were back in the movie, which was pretty cool to see some of the older characters back in this movie. So with that being said, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and you guys will let me know in the comment section below if you guys watch it. Like I said, I don't really go on the day that the movie comes out and go watch it. That's just my opinion. I don't see the need to go watch it when there's hundreds of people lined up and people clapping. People like when the movie first started, people were chanting and cheering and like jumping in their seats. And I've never experienced something like that. Like going to a theater where people are clapping and cheering and like dancing in the aisleways. I've never experienced something like that. But I guess Star Wars is one of those cult classic movies where people go crazy. And I was like, what are people doing? And like I said, I went on a date and she was like, what are people doing? And I was like, I don't know. I wasn't sitting there. And the funny thing is, after everybody was done clapping, I was like, and I heard something doing back like, oh, you're late, dude. We already got done clapping. And I'm like, I was just being an ass. I was just being a smart ass right there because I'm like, why are you clapping just because it says Star Wars and the movie started? I know people have been waiting for this movie since like 2003, whenever the prequels came out. A lot of people said the prequels suck compared to this. But me personally, I think if you're a hardcore fan or not a hardcore fan, you're going to love this movie no matter what. But I'm Trevor, baby, and I'm done, and I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. And I'm not really breaking down the movie. I'm just saying it's a really good movie for the casual person. It's not just a hardcore Star Wars movie. Even though a lot of Star Wars nuts will go out and watch it and dress up in full characters. I've seen people dressed up like stormtroopers, people dressed up like Luke Skywalker in like the full uniform. They had like the lightsabers and like the little gun. I'm like, dude, you're like 50 years old and you're dressing like Star Wars characters. But I'm Trevor, and I'm out of here, baby.